Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dine and Dreams. It is your lady, Miss Z. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. Um, we are here to do another pick card reading. All right, so this is going to be the past life. So you guys voted. So if you guys don't pay attention to the community post, you want to do that. Sometimes I'm just jabbering, but most of the time I will try to relate to you guys and also see what it is that you want to see. And this one was the most voted. So we're going to do the past life love story. Now, if you want to relate this to your love right now, okay? You can, but you will, that will more so be a karmic relationship then, or it could be a soulmate that's transcended onto this life as well, and you may still have some unfinished business with them. So if you could look at it that way as well, but I do want to make sure that this is open. So this could just be your love life in general. It doesn't have to be with the person that you're currently with now or dealing with, okay? Because this could be talking about somebody else. But so just keep an open mind. But if you want to, you can also relate it to the person that you're with, all right? So we have 3 stacks here. And the story may not be spot on, but it's just going to be in relation to, the energy of what you were experiencing then, okay? And it could tell you a little bit of secrets as to why you may be dealing with certain things now. All right, so you have stone 1, stone 2, or stone 3. Okay? So if you need more time, please pause the video, but we're going to get right into it. Also, if you would like to book a reading, donandreams.com, link is in the description. All right, so let's go here. Let's see, what was going on with you in the past love life? Okay, so for some of you, there could have been a lot of past disagreements, okay? Very, very strong-minded, both of you. But there was a heavy attraction to that type of energy. It's like looking at yourself, but there was a heavy attraction to that type of energy. So let's see what's said. And I just shuffle cards and, put them in a stack. So I didn't really look at the cards at all. So I'm looking at them for the first time too. I just didn't want to spend time doing that this time around. Okay. Ooh, yes. Lots of attraction energy, lots of fire. Lots of strong-minded energy. I feel like for most of your love life, in the past, it was in the past life, it was definitely where you were kind of. I feel like this person would have met you doing some things like you were doing on your own, slowly on your own, because it seems like you were really, really focused on the things or your priorities, and that is something that you like. There's a lot of pride, a lot of pride. So you were a person that probably would have cut anybody down in the way of getting to the things that you wanted, any opportunity. So you had a lot of intimate relationships, even beyond your main relationship. I see that you just were really, really focused. Like there's nothing else I can say about there. There's just a real focused energy that nobody could really just get to you very, very easily as a woman or as a man. You maintaining balance was like one of the most important things. Being stable, being a ruler. So if you find yourself having issues getting into relationships, you have a lot of resistance because there's a lot of you don't really trust right off the back, okay? And I feel like someone who dates you or even dated you then would definitely have to be on the same level to even catch your attention, okay? Because I see somebody offering you something and it's like you can't offer me anything other than the intimacy, and other than that, what are you good for? That type of energy. Not that you were just out there, but just in a way that you really kept yourself on reserve as far as your heart, more so focused on your mission, and I had a lot of responsibility, so love really wasn't in the question a lot then. Okay, so you may be seeking love, but it really wasn't something that you just put that energy out there because you have too much going on in your life then. Yeah. Like you felt like if you got into a relationship, you might miss out on opportunities for that coin. You might miss out on opportunities for you to grow as a person, or just your foundation or your business. So it's a lot of business energy here, a lot of taking care of things. And that's solely, how you came into being. Like your mission was way more important. So I see a lot of soul mission is priority, because the weird thing is there's not even another person in this reading. So it's almost as if, for some of your lives, um you could have probably lived multiple lives without having a set mate, and I feel the one that you did, it was definitely somebody that was on your level. It wasn't somebody that you definitely had, like, you could not be underneath me. And if you were underneath me, and not anybody is below you. I don't want to say anybody's less than you, but that ego we kind of have, like, I'm too good for you. That's kind of the energy. Like, I'm just gonna, have this relationship with you on the side, but I'm gonna focus on my business. I'm gonna focus on my priorities. I'm gonna focus on what's important to me, and nothing's going to get in the way of that. So taking that into this life, your message will probably be to more so kind of open up. You still will be very goal oriented, so I don't see that changing out of your persona, but I just don't see a lot of investments into like love is kind of like the on the back of you. You want it, but at the same time, I just don't see you trusting a lot and not really opening to missing out on opportunities or losing your focus on what's important. So if you are in school and you won't let somebody get into you that close, this is probably why. All right. And then with this, it's just like you give what you get. So if you're not giving me all the energy, I'm not giving it to you either. Delete, block. So that's the energy that you have, especially in this past life. Okay. So that is the story there. I know it's quick, but hey, we got to move on to the next ones. Okay, so for those of you who chose the second one, let's see what your love life was like in the past life. I keep saying the past, and I don't want you to think about like last week. I'm talking about the past life, okay? So let's see, what was your love life like? I see very abundant. I don't know if this person made you take risk, or if you did some things with this person that you had never did before. I also feel like that's a fear. I'm gonna figure out what that is, because I got some symbolism in my vision. So we're gonna see what was your past life love like. Okay, so it definitely had its ups and downs. Definitely had its ups and downs. I think that this person that you were involved with in the past life can kind of implement this life as well. You may be in a lot of rocky relationships, and I think that's what it is. There's also a fear of loving, a fear of giving yourself completely. Because I've seen a person standing at a ledge as if they had been pushed to that very moment, and at the same time, wondering if they should go off, wondering if they should. So with this being said, I feel like that now I understand. It's like, I just lost it. Goodness gracious. That's what it was. That's what it was. Being driven crazy. Okay. I didn't even say it like that, but that's, I have to say something before I lose it again. All right. Like, you would go through a lot of lengths to be with a person, and not that you didn't value yourself, but there was a lot of taking risks for people. And I feel like this was just your relationships, regardless, within your life, and definitely in your past life, willing to go that extra mile to be with someone, or to, make them comfortable, or to show them that you're willing to love them. Okay. So this could implement good and bad things, because you have that ride or die energy as to where you will be with a person, regardless of their faults. But there's also, that con to it, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So it's kind of like you abundantly love, like you love, like to know unconditionally, to no ends back then, and it was, that was just the way that things were. But I feel like you took a lot of risk. So I feel like you may have issues with, investing your all into something, because when you love hard. So, that can put you in situations to where things either become toxic, to where, they're doing things to you that they definitely should not be doing, or, you kind of look over what a person is doing, because you give freely. When you finally do give your energy, you gave very, very freely. So you were a person right by their side until the very end. So a lot of energy of where staying with a person, yeah, and until the very end, until you just couldn't no more, until you ascended to this life. You just had a lot of energy. So a lot of you may pick up on the energy of a past life soulmate, and that's kind of what it was. But you just have to be careful, because I feel like, emotionally, you may have been just withdrawn, because you gave a lot of your energy then. You did give a lot of your energy. The person said, let's jump off the cliff, and you were ready to jump off the cliff with them, just because that's how much you value a person. You have when you finally, secure that person in your arms, you don't let them go. You were a person that really, really held tight to that energy. But I feel like it kept you stuck in a lot of ways. So with you, I feel like transcending to this life, you may find yourself in certain toxic relationships that may be hard to break. And we all do. But I just feel like you more than most, because of the fact that you love very, very hard. So you have to put that on a reserve, so that way you can really see what the person's intentions are, because you will follow them to no ends of the earth. Needing to remove baggage. So I feel like there may have been a time where you even tried to communicate, what you were feeling to the person. And, honestly, I don't. I feel like you more so kept it in. Maybe tried to communicate how you felt, but I think that things got swayed in the emotion of, I love you, I want to be with you. And you're like, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Definitely a fighter for what you believe in. May not always be the best fight, but it's a fight regardless, a fight to the very end. So I would more so recommend for this life, really building on a solid foundation, or making sure that the person has the right intentions as far as being with you. But I feel like a lot of you will end up with someone you were with in a past life for those reasons as well. Okay, so that was this one. Okay, so let's go to the last one. Let's see what your love life was like in the past life. This is your past life love story. Let's dive in and see what happened. Hmm. Here are some commitment issues. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. So I feel that you went a long time, or what felt like a long time, without finding this person in your past life, but then they eventually came. Like, it's honestly, the vision I was seeing was just sitting by yourself for a while, and then that person just comes along and just brightens up your day. Okay, so there was a lot of, energy to where I will never find anybody, forget love, what is love, what love got to do with it. But then someone comes along and, even puts that energy to you. A lot of it was arranged marriage too. So I get that energy too, because I feel like it wasn't love there at first, but then it became love. That's the energy that I have. Or like I said, where you have commitment issues as to being with someone, and then it finally does happen for you. So I feel like marriage was very, very important to you. Bonds were very important. So even if it was an arranged marriage, you still wanted to be with someone that you truly cared about. This person more so had a vision of elevating you, elevating you to your highest alignment. So some of you were, I know not all of us are with kings and queens, but definitely a person of authority. Honestly, I'm gonna say that because we don't want to implement death or anything on our partners this time around, but I honestly feel like, that's weird, but this is the story that's being transpired. Your story is following this thing. It's like finally meeting the person, finding happiness, finding union, just being in alignment, even having kids with this person, but then the person leaves you. And we're not going to say death, we're just going to say leave you. But you can implement that from your past life, that it may have happened where you had some type of separation, and then it became to a point to where it's hard to give yourself again, so you have commitment issues. So a lot of you have either already found that partner now, or it's going to take you a while to find that partner again, because you feel like you've lost that person every time you lose this person in this type of realm. Okay, I know that sounds weird, but I don't even know a better way to say that. Like you're missing an energy, you're missing a person that you've already known. um because there was so much security and happiness here, and then it just turns into like I don't even want to give any more of my energy in this round. Like nobody's worthy of me to give who I am to, and the people that come into my life and want to give me energy are not really making me feel complete. And I feel a lot of completion in your past life to where you had that person and then something happened to where you were separated. A lot of passion here. Yeah, you may have issues with giving yourself, giving your energy to other people. I keep saying that because it's like you keep running into certain people that are just like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know, like, was I even meant to have love in this round? Was I meant to? Because it doesn't feel like it. And I do see that as well, defending who you are and your personality. But the person that you finally end up with, that you find completion with, he will, when I'm not gonna say he will, I'm just looking at he he or she will definitely give you the energy of completion. They're very goal orientated. So or they're going to push you to your goals, they're going to push you to your highest alignment, and that's what that person was there to do then, and they're there to do it. They're going to be doing it again in this round as well. But hopefully you get to stay with this person. Hopefully there's no separation this time around, because it seems like you feel a lost energy once this person leaves. And they were definitely put here for you to get an elevation, for you to meet certain people, for you to do things that you didn't do before. Okay, so that was a sweet little story. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace out.